You're all invited to the Slumber Party Massacre Luncheon.
We'll tear your soul apart.
Drink some of this, Michael. Be one of us.
Death has come to your little town, Sheriff. You can either ignore it or you can help me to stop it.
What's up, goons and goblins? Welcome back to another episode of the Slumber Party Massacre Luncheon. I'm one of the hosts of this show. My name is Rob.
I'm also Rob.
I'm Brad.
And our fourth host is mute, so he's just going to clap.
Thanks for joining. Also, Rob.
Appreciate you, mute.
Today is a very special day. We are going to talk about one of, I'm just going to say, like the three of us, probably a movie that's making all three of our top fives probably every time.
I would say a Mount Rushmore for us, right?
100%.
Yeah.
It's a Mount Rushmore movie.
It's on the Mount Rushmore of horror, which we need to do one day.
Yeah.
This one is definitely up there, probably making my top three every time, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that it hits my 1 and 2, but it's definitely 3 spot. It could be a 2. It's not 1, but it could be 2, but it probably floats between them.
Today we are going to talk about John Carpenter's The Thing, released in...
Fuck, I thought we were covering vampires today. Damn it.
Shit.
Different Mount Rushmore. Yeah.
James Woods makes Daniel Day-Lewis look like an asshole.
Yeah. James Woods is a condescending dick, and there are vampires. All right, so let's review another movie.
Yeah. James Woods is completely unlikable for an hour and a half, plus vampires.
All right.
Yeah,
Now
so
that
today
we've done that, we can do The Thing.
Yeah, let's dive into The Thing. And dude, just to speak to how rad this movie is, I didn't do a rewatch necessarily. I hit a highlight reel and then read like a full synopsis online to make sure there's nothing I forget, you know? And even reading the synopsis online, I was starting to get fucking crunk.
Yeah.
Like, it's that good of a movie.
Is it the best movie? Is it the best practical effect movie ever when it comes to horror?
I don't know. So I don't. Genre. Well, I think I'm going to put Alien up there for me.
Yeah.
But now, let me say this. I think you could easily say it is the best practical effects for body horror.
For sure.
100%.
For sure.
You could do that.
But I do think the practical effects that we got from Alien with the actual aliens and the face huggers,
and the androids.
That was also, the chest exploding, that was also pretty fucking cool. But like body horror, I don't think anything comes close.
No, I don't think so. And honestly, dude, you'd be hard pressed to find a creature feature that does it much better.
You can't. I don't think you can show me one.
I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, again, unless you're going to throw unless you throw Alien in there, which I don't. You can. I don't.
You could.
But unless you do that, then I would say no. I can't think of another one. Man, Lake Placid comes real close, though.
Yeah. Yeah, they did a good job of standing up Betty White for 2 hours.
Yeah, and Donald Gleason.
2 decades.
Yeah, no, man. After that fucking movie came out,
Don Hall Gleason going in and out of a Irish accent for an hour and a half
and cardiac arrest.
Yeah, Yeah, no, I'm with you. I mean, when I think about practical effects in this movie, and I think about there are a handful of scenes, but the one that to me, like, I think it's burned in the back of my head, and not in a bad way, but like I'll never not forget it, is the dog scene.
Yes.
When the dog starts.
For me.
Yeah.
But that's one. The dog scene is singed into my brain, but the head scene.
Spider head.
The little spider head, Donald Trump looking head.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
It does. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, you're spot on.
Those are my two favorite scenes.
Mine's the blood testing. That's my favorite.
Me too.
I meant like that just
for practical effects and
for practical effects.
Well, honestly, I mean, for me, the blood testing scene is also a practical effects scene.
And when it goes haywire.
Was just one of those, like, just one of the tensest moments in film, like for me, like in that genre.
Yeah. Well, let's come back to that. I've got a question, but let's not.
We will.
I've got a question specifically on what you just talked about, but for sure.
Okay.
So do we want to talk plot?
Yeah, I mean, like, you got a group in Antarctica that's they're investigating the disappearance of a research team and what happened at this facility.
Yes.
And why there's no communication, why this dog got, because this dog got chased to the facility, and they find the dead bodies, like some dead bodies, and then they find the alien corpse.
In the ice.
They take it back to the facility that they have at their other location to study it, because this was the Norwegians,
Yes.
Take it back to the American facility to study what is this thing and what happened over there. And they chased it there. So they unintentionally, when they put the dog in the pen, it set it loose upon themselves because it was infected the dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's all, like, we don't really find that out until the dog scene.
Unless you're Norwegian. Because if you don't know this fun fact about the movie, when the Norwegians are yelling at them, they are telling them to get the hell out of here. That's not a dog. It's some sort of thing. It's imitating a dog. It isn't real.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. I didn't know that.
Yes. So
Shut the fuck up.
I have known that fact for a while, but I pulled up the full quote. But that is what they are yelling.
That's like that scene from The Ruins.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
If you speak that language, at the beginning of the movie,
boy, they spoiled
what this is.
Yeah. Well, fuck. Why do I stay here then?
Yeah.
That's so funny, dude.
Well, in Norway. Yeah.
Which
leave it to John Carpenter to count on Americans to never learn a second language.
Yeah,
dude,
that's such a fucking John Carpenter thing, though.
Yeah,
we have so many Hispanics in this country, and I speak the worst broken Spanish that can ever be spoken. I know 5 words.
Yeah, man, it's and John Carpenter just knew this movie would stand the test of time because nobody's learning.
Yeah, I learned that
Norwegian.
It was like a video I saw on one of the social medias years ago.
That's awesome.
I did. I confirmed it. Like it's legit.
That's super funny, dude. I love when directors do that kind of stuff.
I know we've talked about this on me and Shug talked about this on the podcast. I don't think you were there for that episode. So whichever of the things we mentioned that you weren't on, one of 40.
Yeah.
One of my favorite facts is it's actually an interview. Brad, have you seen the interview between Stephen Colbert and Ryan Coogler, where Stephen Colbert is being anecdotal and he talks about how his comfort movie, so when he needs to center, when he needs to chill, when he needs to feel back to home, is The Thing. And everyone chuckles and he's like, no, but for real, I love that movie. It is. I love it. And he has Ryan Coogler on, and I didn't know this, but him and Ryan Coogler and Carpenter have a friendship. I knew that they had acquaintances based on mutual connections, and I think he uses him for influence quite a bit. So I knew that they had connections.
Okay, so I was on for the Sinners review where we talked about the scene where with the garlic was a nod to The Thing.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. He talks about how. So I don't think that Colbert knows that they're close because I think he knows that he had worked with him on that reference.
Yeah.
And he says, I ask all the people this question at the end. We'll get to it, but at the end, what is your take on it? And Coogler looks at him and laughs, and he's like, I know the answer. You don't want to ask me. I know the answer. And he was like, what? And he's like, oh, I'm homies. Like, I'm really close with Coogler. I know the answer. And he was like, shut up. Do you really? Yeah, he told me. And he goes, so I think I know. And he starts like backtracking. He's like, I think I know. He's like, is there a definitive answer? He's like, oh yeah, Carpenter tells you that this is not like, I'll use Shutter Island as an example, like where it's not ambiguous. He's like, there is a definitive answer, and he says whether you catch it or don't catch it, there is an answer there.
Okay,
Interesting.
I have not caught it. So
Have you heard?
Me either. And since I saw that interview, I did a retake, and I have my opinion on what it is, but
Yeah.
I am not like, oh, I know it. I know it.
So,
No.
have you heard of, and we can save it for when we get to the end, but have you heard of the McReady theory on the ending? I'll tell y'all about it when we get there. It's interesting.
Can I guess?
Because it's something I didn't clock either, but after reading it, it's like, whoa.
Can I guess that it's a physical appearance thing that might tip you to whether or not they're infected or not?
That's part of it.
Because
that feeds into it.
If there's one thing, and literally one thing the prequel did well was the earring scene.
I've never seen it.
I don't remember that.
So at the end, the final guy, hold on. You can cut that. That's why I just said hold up. So there's a scene at the end of the prequel where she looks at, oh my gosh, I can't remember the guy's name. He's super famous. Anyways, and she says, where's your earring? And so his earring pushed out, meaning he was being imitated.
He was being imitated.
So I'm wondering if maybe Carpenter put something like that in the end of this film that maybe I haven't caught.
We'll save it, but that feeds into it.
Okay.
Yeah. That's part of the theory for sure.
Okay, so we pretty much we can circle back. So we've talked about they go back to the research facility and
that's when you just find out it's kind of just a bunch of dudes in Antarctica.
Yeah,
just a bunch of dude-ass dudes.
They are some dude-ass dudes just chilling,
just eating beans, farting, hanging out. Antarctica stuff.
Yeah, farting. I love that.
So the dog. So he puts the dog. He thinks that Slate Dog gets loose. He puts it back in the cage with the other dogs, and you get that scene. Where it turns into the monster. It starts pretty much just destroying in the most violent way.
Yeah.
Other dogs, but at the right when it's let in, these dogs know this.
Yes, yeah, the dogs know what's up.
It's such and Brad, you are one of the biggest animal lovers I know.
I hate that scene.
I was about to say, because you foster constantly, you've adopted constantly. I don't know how you do. I love this movie, and that scene is obviously uncomfortable, and it needs to happen. But because it is a part of the the movie is not what it is without how that dog transmits it. Gets there.
You were completely right. You have to have that scene in this movie. I am one of the there are animal lovers like me who do fostering and adopting and rescuing and all the whole 9 yards that literally will stop watching something. They'll stop reading something. They'll rate something bad if there's animal violence in it. I'm like, if it moves the plot forward, it's fine. Like it's supposed to be hard to watch. Like
I will say that it is not a plot device you get. Like,
well, it's like
that was something they could do in the 80s and 90s. You don't get that now.
Well, it's like I was said last week. Like it's not like the guys who made John Wick went in and pitched a movie like, hey, I really want to make a movie where a dog gets shot. Fill in the blank.
It's in a movie when a human dies and you have an emotional attachment to that character and it makes you feel some kind of way. It is no different than a writer saying, I want you to feel this kind of way about this animal scene.
Yeah. This is totally inappropriate, but I have to say it anyway. Shug, as someone who is a fellow dropout TV guy,
yes,
have you seen the Let's Make Some Noise where the prompt is John Wick gets home and realizes the dog was under the bed the whole time?
No, but that sounds amazing.
I think it's Zach.
That's amazing.
Like, oh my God. Woo, woo. Oh, fuck. Yeah.
No.
That sounds like that could be like a Robot Chicken sketch.
It does.
That's basically what Dropout TV is. It's a live action, like, Whose Line Is It Anyway meets Robot Chicken.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
So the dog flips out, monster mode. Now they know what's up.
They come in, they flamethrower it.
Yeah.
That's when they start studying. Like, really, like, what the hell is happening?
Yes. And someone, I forget the name of the character, demises that at the rate that this thing spreads or something like that, if it were to make it to the continental U.S., how long would it take to take over? Like,
I can't remember how long it was, but it was like
a matter of, it was like a matter of like weeks. So they know they have to stop this thing.
Well, and they do discover that it is an alien life form.
That's right.
They discover the ship early enough in the film that you were aware that this is an alien entity and not just some Antarctic parasite that happened to thaw out or something.
And again, I hate to get ahead, but like, I love how they come up with this and you figure it out that it's an alien, and I love how the end ties it in. And this is one of those moments I want to talk about impact and what it had on the horror industry. Do you feel, because like the Antarctica is a scary place with aliens is not a foreign concept, and I feel that you get Alien versus Predator from this.
Yeah. I could.
Yeah.
Can I add in? This is a trope that I also love. Like, I love Arctic.
Yeah, 100%. Like, specifically Antarctica, because there's some dude. All the countries can't agree on jack shit, and they all agree nobody gets to own Antarctica. Fuck no, hell no, dude.
And you
in our modern time, we're trying to take over fucking Greenland, and Trump's not like, we want Antarctica. Something's fucking up.
So,
dude.
If you were aware of, I'm sure y'all are, because y'all are smart enough to know how rock layers work. You know, the farther it is, you turn into the billions of years of history that is in the rock. We haven't even seen millions of years of history of Antarctica. Like, because of how frozen and just like we can't. There are so many things
that we just
continent that we don't know anything about, because we just can't put a team together that can do the type of research that needs to be done, or doesn't need to be done. That could be done. Yeah. I mean, nothing needs to happen over there.
Yeah.
So
until it does.
Antarctica is a scary place. It's to me, it's like the physical above sea level version of the deepest depths of.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's a massive
place, man.
Land that we just for some reason don't be fucking with.
I'd love to go.
I'd go once.
Do y'all know the fucking cost behind it?
It's pretty bad.
Isn't it like $35,000?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going. I would love to.
Yeah, if somebody offered me.
Yeah. If someone's like, hey, we'll pay for you to go to Antarctica for like a week, not 2 weeks. I might get real depressed over there for 2 weeks, but
Yeah.
If someone comes to me and they say, Hunter, we're going to pay for you to go to Antarctica, I know immediately I'm a sacrifice. I got it. I understand
Nice.
what my role is here. Okay.
That's fucking funny, dude. Shit. Where'd we leave off on the plot just to
we pretty
move
much
it?
left off with the first person. You know, it spreads to the first person after the dogs.
Yes.
Which it is through physical touch, yes?
He leaves it kind of ambiguous.
It is ambiguous. I think
I thought it was physical touch. How the fuck else is it?
I don't know.
it's
Because
kinda-
we don't ever actually see it, but we do.
We don't know how it got in the dog. We don't know.
I know we don't see how it got to the dog. We don't see how it gets
It's,
to the
it's
next
direct
person.
contact, ingestion, or by shedding infected blood. So, I mean, the blood itself can get on
Okay.
and get you.
Interessante.
So physical.
Because that's how
contact.
I interpret what you just said, Brad. I interpreted it as
Okay.
a kind of microorganism that can change your molecular DNA to make you.
That makes more sense.
How scary is it that is so like we're talking about this is a microorganism that has probably advanced farther, so much farther than humans probably will ever, just by imitating physical entities and using their bodies to further. So like I don't know how
I saw it as like
wise, but
when they find the alien body, I saw it as like the essence of the alien, and it can just jump body to body as it wants to, like to further its mission.
now
Is how I've always looked at it.
do you think that it infected an alien race and that is what caused them to crash land?
Ooh,
That's what I
that's
thought.
interesting too. I hadn't thought of
That's
that.
what I thought.
But it wasn't necessarily a crash, right? Like it was in pretty decent condition.
Yeah. Well, that one character tries to tunnel back to it, right?
Well, regardless of crash, your theory still could stand. They land on Earth and they never go out because of that.
So maybe it could have been they landed on Earth and a microorganism in Antarctica killed.
Fucked up the aliens too.
Yeah, messed up the alien. Like we didn't even get to discover these aliens or meet them because they.
Because they landed and got fucked up by the thing.
Yeah, but they.
That
didn't-
makes it way more cosmic.
It is. It would.
Yeah.
Make to a sense. It's
Well, no, it's definitely cosmic. I'm saying that makes it like another level of cosmic, though. Of
Right,
like,
right. The
there's this thing
existential
here
dread.
that they didn't even know about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's yeah, dude. There's so many ways that you could write a true prequel, not the 2000 and
Yeah,
or whatever that was.
whatever that was.
But, like you could do a prequel to where this like how did this originate on Earth, or like the alien species that got taken over by it. That would be something cool.
That would be.
But then again, I don't want them to ruin the movie either for us.
That too. I like these arguments. I like these talks.
Yeah.
What I don't want is a movie. I don't want a prequel. I don't want a sequel. What I would find to be cool is like a novel. I would like some.
I think they have some.
Okay, I didn't know
Interesting.
that.
I think they have some graphic. I could be wrong. I'll research it here in a minute.
Yeah.
I do know there was a video game that picks up right after, and McCready's actually alive.
That's tight.
But whether or not that's canon or not,
It's not canon.
I doubt it is.
Yeah, surely not.
But yeah, I mean, you could talk at length about everything prior to that and the alien civilization
Of what the thing is and how the thing came to be, and yeah, man. Because like you said, everything you bring up makes sense to me. I've just always interpreted it a different way. Like, that's cool.
The way that the alien is shaped with its sort of insect type thing, and then the way you see the head and all that leads me to believe that that alien is the.
And very much so. Like it could metamorph,
Yeah.
Right.
to its full form.
Yeah.
Could It could be a Alien,
That's
the movie Alien, where it plants an egg in you, and
that's the thing that makes sense. If the thing is formless and truly just imitating things that it's encountered, we could kind of come to the conclusion that it has encountered different alien types just from the different forms it takes. Because it is like stuff it's seen like in spiders and dogs and
Jesus
people.
Christ, until you just said that, it never occurred to me, but I like that. So you fucking muddy the waters worse. I'm saying that alien that I just used. Huh?
What's up?
Do you not see a dog head later on in the movie again?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It imitates stuff that it sees.
God damn it. So the fucking alien they see is not evidence that that's the species of what it is. That may have been the last thing that it
Imitated,
had.
yeah.
So it could literally have millions of years, potentially billions of years of
things to draw from.
Yeah, dude.
This movie is so good, dude.
Fucking dinosaur thing.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Oh, we could get a Dinosaur the Thing movie. That'd be terrible, but
I'd watch it.
Sci-Fi Channel.
I'd watch it.
Here we are saying all this, and yet look at the fucking success that you've gotten from the Prometheus and all of the Alien prequels, right?
Right.
I mean, I don't want it. I'm not asking for it. But you could do something like that is not prequel on Earth.
Yeah. You're just going to have people that really complain, but then you're going to have people like me who love it because I love the Alien prequels.
Yeah. I love Alien 1, I love Alien 2, and then I prefer the prequels after for everything.
Yes, I'm kind of with you, dude.
Oh, I got a real soft spot for the worst one.
Where they start swimming?
Yeah.
The fucking tagline for the movie is "They can swim now."
Yeah.
I don't have a soft spot for I don't.
Okay, but that one came out when I was a kid.
Right.
That's why it has that one actually came out in the 90s.
That's one I can remember my parents renting and sneaking a peek of it.
That is your Schumacher's Batman.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch that. I'd rather watch Resurrection.
No doubt. No fucking doubt, dude. Yeah. Every time.
All right.
Resurrection's fun.
So we can circle back to plot again because this is one where you can
dissect it
to death.
You could dissect this.
Yeah, and that is why it is so incredible.
Yeah,
it is such a great horror film. It is everything you want. It'll probably stand the test of time when it comes to film.
I think so.
It already fucking has.
Yeah,
but I'm talking about this movie is 40 years old. We're going to get to a point where this movie is as old as The Wizard of Oz, and it's going to still be an incredible film.
I think so.
And look at it I get why this was cool 100 years ago, but it's a crappy movie. You're going to still watch this movie and be like, this is rad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
And not nearly as problematic.
That we know of.
Yeah.
We don't see a little person hanging in this.
True. They got edited out later.
Yeah, fucking decades later.
All right, so it spread to the first.
It spread to the first dude.
So after that is when they find the spacecraft, and then is that not when eventually the doctor kind of goes mad, and because he's like, this does not need to
get out.
This doesn't need to get out, but also nobody else needs to come in.
That too.
And he destroys all the communication.
Yeah. This is the quarantine gone insane part.
Yeah. So he's not really insane. He is just
adamant,
doomed.
Yeah.
I am going to make sure that this doesn't affect anyone else.
Yeah. Because we're done.
We're done, but
we can stop it.
We can stop
maybe.
Well, we can slow it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
So, and he gets put in the little outhouse building that they have. They check on him occasionally.
He's just kind of in there until they
Until until right towards near the climax.
Yeah.
So we get to the point where, it gets to the point where it starts spreading enough that you get the blood test scene. Because they discover that how it reacts to fire.
Yeah. So they decide to put everybody's blood in a petri dish and start testing it.
And tie everybody up.
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody ties themselves up, and then he releases them as they're cleared.
That's right. You're so right. Damn.
And that's when, before we get to the head scene, this scene is just so awesome. Because you're sitting there and you're like, someone in this room has got it. You know.
Somebody.
This scene has made my dead homies twice. It is intense and it's scary, and yet I still giggle.
So why do you giggle?
It made me giggle.
It is a culmination of Kurt Russell's seriousness. And then you pan to a guy who is clearly fucking him, like he's sweating, like, and then it's not the unveiling of it. It's when he bites the fucking head. For me, it's just this sort of growth moment. Like, you find out it's him, and then he expands, and like, they didn't light him up. Like, the minute that there was so much gap for me, and that's what made me giggle. It's like, there's so much gap between we now know and like, oh, this dude's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then chomps that dude's fucking head off. And it just makes me giggle. But like, it's not funny, but it does make me cackle every time.
I do love the lead up in that scene where he goes to compress on the chest and it just caves in and bites his hands off.
Yes, dude.
Like, that is such a just rad scene.
It is.
It is one of the best scenes in the movie.
So, after all this, that is pretty much when the flamethrower is in full effect on anyone who potentially...
Yeah, dude.
You get a little bit of mutiny. You have the guy who who tries to attack Kurt Russell, and he turns around and pops him in the head.
Yeah, Kurt Russell fucks him up immediately.
Yeah, he's like, we're not dealing with this. You're dead.
That scene also makes me giggle. The mutiny scene also makes me giggle. And
Of how short it is.
We talked about this in last week's episode with the John Carpenter, but I've watched this multiple times, and I've watched this in different lenses, and some of those are under the influence. I've watched it and been fucking terrified. I have watched it and been intrigued because of the sci-fi and the lore, and I have also watched it and fucking laughed.
Yeah.
I've laughed, and like, you don't seem amused here, but like, there are moments in this movie that are fucking funny. Unintentionally or intentionally. But dude, you can't argue to me when you show me fucking Snake Plissken and all that. Like, he is a serious director, but sometimes he's unserious.
Very unfucking serious.
I think that he loaded some unintentional or intentional moments to, like, maybe they're not funny, but maybe there's a levity to it.
Yes, definitely levity. 100% levity. I think John Carpenter just like can't help himself sometimes.
But like, I think the mutiny scene, like, just how fucking fast it, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
there's tension and then there's no tension. Like,
there is an immediate release valve there.
Yeah, so like, that's part of it. It's just like, there's something funny about like how fucking it flops, you know? But I don't, like, Brad, I don't want you to think that I think this is a horror comedy.
No.
No. I wasn't. I'm sorry. I was looking at something, so I might have had a serious looking face. Like,
you've been
you did. You zoned out, and I was like, oh, he's like,
no, I'm lit. I promise.
He's like pissed off that I think it's a comedy.
No, dude,
God, it's me poking the hole in the fucking Evil Dead again. Damn it.
Listen, I already watched the new trailer and I already saw the dummy read it off again in the new Evil Dead.
It'd be like that,
dude.
So the mutiny. So
Yes.
he tries to pull the mutiny.
Yeah. Tries to pull a mutiny, gets popped. Kurt Russell's just like, no, we're not doing that. That's not what's going to happen today. After that, there's more confusion. And then they go to check on the scientist man. And he is not in the shed anymore. And
No.
he has tunneled his way out of the shed.
Yes.
After that,
They go chasing him. They go looking for him, and what they're doing is they can't find him. So, and this is kind of where you could maybe, in my opinion, be like, okay, what are you doing? But in order to kill him, they just start destroying the entire research facility. We're going to burn the whole thing down. They haven't even seen him yet. They don't even know what's in there. So they are destroying their only protection.
Shelter.
Yeah.
Just to get rid of this thing, man.
Yeah.
So they burn the bitch down. And then at this point, there's only two of them left, right? By the time they burn it down. Yeah. And it's McCready and what's that other dude's
Childs.
name? Is it Childs? Okay. So, and they are basically left sitting in the snow, knowing nobody's coming to save them, not knowing whether or not one of them is an imitation, and knowing that it ends here, hopefully.
Yeah, and that's where you get what I always thought ambiguous of do they survive or not. But it sounds like there's an answer out there.
So there's a couple of theories on how do y'all think it ends? Like, do you think they got the thing and they're just two humans sitting there waiting?
I think growing up, that's how I took it. But as I'm older and I see things a little differently, I think I just assume with how easy it spreads that it is more than likely that one of them has it and it doesn't end well.
So there's three theories. No one is the thing, Childs is the thing, or McCreary's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as a child, you thought, no, nobody. And now you think different?
I don't think I think that is the most logical way to look at it now, is that one of them, Childs or McCready, have it.
And do you have a side on which?
I would think it's Childs.
I think it's Childs.
Because he had more of a interaction per se at the end with it than Kurt Russell did. It did chase him underground and pop up right on him practically. So like he's more than likely the one that I would think that has it.
So there's a theory that people use to point to Childs as the thing. You know, at the end when McCready hands him his bottle and he drinks out of it. Well, there's a theory that McCready has actually handed him a bottle full of gasoline from the Molotov cocktails. And since he's an imitation, he drinks the gasoline, not knowing any different. And that's why Kurt Russell smiles and says, I guess we'll just wait and see what happens. That's pretty dope, right?
Up until you reminded me about the let's see what happens, I thought that's probably a pretty hollow theory because there's a lot to prop that up, right? There's a lot in the head to prop that up. But that actually makes sense. Yeah.
I like that theory.
So mine is the breath theory. That
I've seen that too, yeah.
That McCreary's got the steam and that Childs doesn't.
And it's notable that all the breath effects were real, so they had to get rid of his breath probably because they were filming in freezing temperatures.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Also, and I don't know that I've caught this. I've read this, but there's like a dimness in his eyes, which same exact thing. If they all have, there's lighting in the room, right? If you're going to de-light someone's eyes, that's a choice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And then there's another theory, the McCready theory, that McCready is the thing. And they talk about how, you know, kind of in the beginning and middle of the movie, he's kind of off doing stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's lots of time for him to get infected. And they talk about how like calm he becomes at the end of the movie. And it's just like him recognizing that he's won, kind of.
There is also, and I did a deep, not a deep dive, but I did pull up some theories just to see if there was something else. And there is also the racially charged one. That at that time we were still in that era where the black man was the first to go.
Yeah.
Or, you know, they were the object.
Right.
Now, because Carpenter's still alive, that's a sensitive subject.
Yeah. But
I don't think so, though.
Do what?
I don't think so, though. I don't think it's racially charged.
You don't
What
think
is?
that's valid evidence, or you don't think that?
I don't know what we're talking about.
What do you mean you don't know
What are we talking about?
about the child
We're talking
theory?
about the thing.
The child. So some thought is that in cinema, the black man is the first to die. Childs is one of the last men standing, and he's black.
Oh, so it has to be him.
There's an insinuation that if the black man makes it to the end,
He must be
is either the villain or, you know, like they don't let you live to the end, so that must mean that's the racial.
That's okay. Okay.
I got what you're saying, and
I see that reasoning.
I don't think at all that was
The intent.
intention. That was even a.
I don't either. I don't either. I don't
think
either.
it was something like, you know, that he did subconsciously. I think that could just, and I can get why people would think that or could potentially perceive that might be what's going on, especially with the times. But yeah, I don't necessarily think so at all.
No, I don't either. I just wanted to put that was a theory out there. For me, I think either Brad, your like closest proximity, or my slightly more, you know, tinfoil hat with the breath and the eyes, or the really tinfoil hat with Rob with the gasoline one. Any of those could be valid. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't believe it, but I did want to cover it.
Nice. And then, yeah, the movie ends pretty ambiguous.
Them drinking together and probably giving into the elements eventually.
There's also a theory that they're both
It could be.
infected.
Shit, yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
it could be. Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, like, I think once you start digging that deep, you are kind of grasping at straws. But, I you know, they could, I guess, like, but that's just, I think that's just due to the nature of not having an answer necessarily. You know what I mean?
Huh? So,
Go ahead.
well, I'm just going to say, so like we've wrapped up like kind of like beginning to end of the movie. And, you know, we don't dive too deeply into some of the, you know, minor side characters or anything, but like, what do you we all think this is a classic. We say all three of us think it's a Mount Rushmore horror film. So what do y'all think the Rotten Tomato meter is on this movie?
Oh, the tomato meter is fans, right?
No, it's
No,
critical.
that's
Okay.
popcorn meter.
Okay. Tomato is critics.
Huh?
Shit.
Fuck.
Man, I'm not great at
86?
86. What do you think?
I'm gonna go with a flat 90.
85.
Nice.
85. It's wrong,
Yeah,
but it's 85.
But it's an 85.
And popcorn?
Popcorn. What do you?
200.
I think I'm going to stick with 90 on my popcorn.
Okay. What you got, Shug?
Popcorn, I'm going 90. I'm going 91.
Ooh.
Damn.
One off both times.
Damn.
So 92%.
Man, you prices righted me on that one.
I did.
The last movie review when we did, was it Nosferatu, the last movie review we did?
Yeah.
Primate.
Or was that?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, it was Primate. Yeah.
Primate, yeah. Nosferatu was the last one I was on.
Because we haven't released that one yet, but we read some negative reviews.
Yeah.
So I have found a couple, and none of these are as funny as Primates were.
But I do want to hear some 1-star reviews for this movie.
Well, here's one that is confusing because this Eileen N says worst I have ever watched, 2-star. If it's the worst you've ever watched,
yeah. I mean,
only a 2-star.
She's leaving herself some room for more.
Something worse.
Yeah, she's optimistic.
I
have to appreciate it. You know what I mean? That's the I never give a movie a 10 out of 10 person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but so you never give a movie a 1 or a 0?
Maybe she's waiting on it.
Okay.
Does the review do anything, or is just that score
that was the review, and it was a 2-star. And then I do have a 1-star here by Richard. He states the plot briefly, and then the acting felt weak. The line delivery was awkward and predictable, and aside from Kurt Russell being great eye candy, it mostly came off like early 80s guy yelling in a snow bunker with an endless supply of dynamite, weed, and J&B.
Dude, 2 things Kurt Russell has never been. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's always been the 80s guy yelling.
Well, no, I'm saying he's never. What did he say before that?
That
eye candy?
The line delivery was awkward and predictable. And
he's never been awkward or predictable.
Yeah,
got it.
And aside from him being eye candy, it just came off as the 80s guy yelling in a snow bunker.
Which those 2 things are true. He is eye candy and he does yell a lot.
Yeah, the two true things about him.
But he yells in everything he's in. But
no doubt.
Well, not in this older age.
The acting was definitely not weak in this film.
No, everybody's going for it.
Could I ask Brad, does that review have a date?
January 18th of this year.
I have a feeling that reviewer's never had a fucking date.
That's what it is. There's an age to this where if you watch Star Wars, you're going to have some bitch about it. Like, you can look at the way lines were delivered or done in A New Hope and bitch about it if you want to. I think that it's probably somebody who can't deal with historical movies.
Yeah.
I do have one more that's also April 10th, so very recent. A 0.5 star. So there is no intrigue, nothing to keep you watching.
What?
Yeah, they spell out every single little thing as if you were incapable of understanding the mundane and obvious plot. We've literally been dissecting this with all the different... we have literally been talking more about what ifs or...
And it turns out we should have just called this lady and got the fucking answer.
Yeah. No, this is Sea Dog. This is a new one.
Oh, Sea Dog.
And it says, just an excuse for the director and team to have fun with some ridiculous effects and gore. And then, let me scroll. The 0 out of 10 at the end. Appalling slop.
This is just somebody that doesn't understand film.
This is just someone who doesn't like horror films.
Yeah.
You know what, guys? This is just a contrarian bitch.
Yeah.
This is a contrarian little bitch.
That's all there is to this. Is you're a contrarian bitch.
That's all that is. Give me a. I want to see kind of who middle of the roads this movie.
Someone just says it was fine.
Okay,
it was
so this person
okay.
This person, I skipped some of what they said. This
of
person
course,
literally did not pay attention. The genius explanation offered later by the doctor is that, talking about the dog scene, is that it was trying to imitate the dogs and that it was interrupted by Clark before it could finish, except in all caps, that it was already in the perfect form of a dog. No, it was spreading and metamorphosizing into its main. Okay, so yeah, this person didn't. Whatever.
I mean, that, in my opinion, is about the only way that I'm not sure that there's any way you could actually understand this movie and think it's bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think you have to not understand it for you to think it's bad.
It's a bad movie.
I saw another one that said it had bad practice. The effects were terrible, and I'm like,
that's got to be a recent review too.
Yeah, you're talking about a 40-year-old movie that actually has insanely good practical effects. And honestly, dude, as someone who is in their mid-30s, like, I prefer cheesy practical effects over how awful CGI looks sometimes.
I want practical effects almost every time.
Well, if you think about, and again, not to bring back Star Wars, but think about what
I already know.
Think about what Phantom Menace did and how, quote, Brad, I swear to God, don't you come at me.
Freaking love it.
And how cutting edge it was with its almost all non-practical effects, CGI. Now how shit on, and even at the time, how shit on it was, we now have come back to, we've gotten out of the VFX days where we're now coming back to practice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, that's fair. I thought you were going to say about how when George Lucas pretty much erased all practical effects of the original trilogy and released his re-releases with all the CGI and how it absolutely ruined.
I hate it. I fucking hate it.
It's terrible.
I was just going to say, man, I think A New Hope looks better than Phantom Menace all day.
Yeah, but I still don't like it with the CGI.
No.
No.
And y'all know me. I love the prequels. Is the acting terrible? Absolutely. But the other stuff's great.
Actually started Phantom Menace on the 3rd and finished Sith last night.
Ooh.
Sith is great.
Yeah, but very few people bitch about Sith.
That's true. It's really Attack of the Clones that really was.
I'll tell you what. Attack of the Clones is growing on me.
Really?
It's growing on me. I'm not saying it's the best. I'm saying that.
I mean, I like it, but
that it has grown on me. Man, Phantom Menace had one of the dopest fucking marketing campaigns of all time in movie. And that's a part that will never not be ingrained in my childhood nostalgia.
You know who else had one of the dopest marketing campaigns ever?
Godzilla.
Yes, that awful Godzilla movie.
It was everywhere.
I'm glad we in tandem said Godzilla.
I love that. We all experienced that. Do you remember, like, the Taco Bell dog was all over that movie?
Yes.
Yeah. Two of the greatest
Godzilla marketing.
Two of the greatest, and that was around the same year, right? Like 98 to 2000, somewhere in there.
Yeah, late 90s.
Phantom Menace and the deal it had with PepsiCo and Frito-Lay.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's our review of Phantom the Menace. For joining.
So yeah, that we can really get off the rails.
Well, I just love that we brought it up to land on. It was pretty good.
That is funny.
Yeah, so we want to y'all just want to give this bitch some finger sandwiches?
Let's give it some finger sandwiches.
Dude, it's a Mount Rushmore. Like, we already know. It's
5.
If it's Mount Rushmore, it's 5s.
Yeah, there's no real improvement. No notes.
It's not a movie that if it's on and somebody, or if someone's like, do you want to watch The Thing? Like, it's never going to be a no for me. And it's not like, you know, I love Army of Darkness so much. It's not like I go back and I'm like, oh, this is a masterpiece. No, that is just a fun movie that I absolutely love. This is something you watch, you turn off your phone, or you put your phone down and you just like submerge yourself in it.
I agree.
And that's why it's so freaking good. Because, I mean, I would put, you know, we were talking about kind of a top three. Like, I know for sure Aliens, for me, would be top three, as well as this. I'm sure I could think of a two, but...
Right.
I mean, we're going to do an episode one day, so...
We'll do it.
Keep your
We'll do a Mount
on.
Rushmore. That's going to be really hard.
It is really hard because, like, I want to sit here and say Evil Dead, but
no,
I'm going to talk about, like...
It's probably...
But if I'm going to talk about, like, what should be on the Mount Rushmore...
Exactly.
Like,
Willy's Wonderland.
I mean...
The last 10 minutes of Bone Tomahawk.
Jesus
fucking God. Another Kurt Russell.
I tell you what, man, Kurt Russell does some pretty awesome like choices.
Dude,
in career.
One of my favorite actors, just ever.
Like,
one of my favorite dudes.
Sure, he's probably in some stinkers, but he is in some of
Sky High.
Sky High was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad. Bruce Campbell was in that too.
He was.
So yeah,
I'm gonna watch that tonight when I go to bed.
Do we want to talk books?
Let's hit it real quick.
Okay. So I finished one the other day, and then I'll talk about that one. And then I started one probably 2 or 3 nights ago. But
nice.
I finished Spoiled Milk by Avery Curran. It's a debut novel. I briefly talked about it last week because I had just started it. Like, I was like in the first chapter, so I didn't know a whole lot about it. But it was Gothic, which we did just talk about Gothic. But it's like the 1920s, an all-girls private school in rural England, and these kids just start dying. And they start doing seances together to summon a spirit to figure out what's going on. Well, the spirit is their best friend who was the first to die. And she's trying to tell them what to do, but it's very eerie. It's got a lot of great... it has a really good feel to it. Like, as you're reading it, like the Gothic vibe is perfect. But
nice.
I rated it like a 3.5. It was one of those that I was like, dude, this could have been a 5-star read, but it didn't answer some really important questions for why things were happening. And that kind of like dropped it down for me. But,
that can bummer it, yeah.
But don't get me wrong, like I still really liked it, and the vibes were great. Like, I like reading Gothic more than I like watching Gothic.
Nice.
Because of reading those images and just the way they describe. It's just really creepy. Douglas Hoover, who has slowly, or I would say quickly, becoming one of my favorite newer authors in horror, just released his new one called Father. That's the one I sent y'all a picture of.
That looked cool.
Getting attacked. So I'm probably about 100 pages into it, but it's like the 1830s America. This guy is like the gunsmith in town. He gets an inheritance from an uncle that he didn't know even existed, and his dad he is taking care of has dementia, and he's doing all kinds of crazy stuff. But they pick up and they move to his uncle's mansion because during the lawless era, you know, you need to, it's like a mansion. So like they don't have money. They're about to inherit all this. He's got to go take care of it, or else, you know, Indians or anybody could come in and pretty much destroy it. But anyways, the plot is apparently something's haunting the shadows of the night. I haven't got to that. Something evil. So apparently it's going to have a lot of grief into it because he moves there with his family. So, I mean, I'm excited. He hasn't let me down yet. I can't really go too much into the plot because I'm not there yet, but it's pretty good so far. I like Douglas Hoover. Yeah, he's the one that I told y'all about. He wrote the Sarvon, which is kind of like Midsummer, but like...
Yeah, I remember you talking about.
Yeah. So,
nice.
Pretty cool dude. I like his stuff. I'll probably have a better review later as I really figure out what's going on in this book.
Nice.
I am 30 minutes away from being finished with God's Junk Drawer, and it's good. It's really good. I like the sci-fi elements of it. Depending on how this ends, like there's still a lot of runway. So it could end it. It could bump it up. If it ends the way I anticipate it will end, I think I'm going to give it a solid 3.5. But I love Peter Klein's. I love his use of sci-fi. I mean, I said this in our chat, Brad, but he reminds me of kind of a very similar writing style to Andy Weir. But I think Andy Weir's writing is generational. You know what I mean? His worst book, in my opinion, is Artemis, and it's better than most writers will ever write in their entire fucking lifetime.
I'll agree with that, but when I compared Artemis to his other two novels, oh my God, was it a stinker.
But what I said is accurate. His worst book is still better than most people's combined work.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 100%.
And I like Artemis. It's nothing compared to The Martian, and I love The Martian.
I'm excited for the
movie. It's not
movie,
even
though.
fucking close to Hail Mary.
I'm excited for the Artemis movie. I bet it'll be done better than what I felt like.
Is it greenlit?
Oh, yeah. Same directors.
Nice.
I did not know that. Huh.
They've already
Very
got
cool.
an actress.
Are you sure? Because I thought I saw Andy Weir doing I thought that he was fan casting. Because I thought he fan casted people. I didn't know that they were actually doing it and it had legs.
No, it has legs.
Huh, cool. I'm in. I can't remember who he suggested, but I do remember thinking, wait, isn't it the girl from Wednesday, Ortega?
Jenna Ortega.
Isn't that, I think that's who I saw him fan cast, which is interesting because that story is I feel like you'd have to cast someone of Arabic descent. It's kind of a huge piece of that story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? Wouldn't you agree, Brad?
Yeah, I would agree. It has not been greenlit, but it is an active development.
Okay.
Nah.
Phil Lord and Christopher Miller attached to the project. So it's there. It's just not.
It'll get picked up for sure.
Well,
But I didn't, like I said, I didn't think, because when I saw him talk about it, I thought he was fan casting. Because, again, he said Jenna Ortega, and I was like, yeah, that's personality-wise, you couldn't pick a better person. But, also, it's imperative that this person, she's got a place where she's from. Her dad is a devout Muslim or a devout Muslim. You have to go that route.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Anyway, but yeah, so Peter Klein's, I think, is kind of, he writes similarly in the way that he takes fantasy and sci-fi and intertwines that.
I guess that's going to do it for us. Where can they find you, Bradley?
Yeah, Brad's Unreliable Reviews on Instagrams. Yeah, man, come give me a follow. I also plug the pod every week, every new episode.
Yo.
So, if you're there just for the pod, you're going to get information on that as well. So
go to Brad for all things Slumber Party and books. Also, get on Facebook. Follow the Midnight Mass with Reverend Rott and Brother Herman Innards. Check out our website, www.rebelwithoutaclue.com. If you want to get in contact with the Slumber Party Massacre Luncheon for any reason, maybe you have a suggestion for a movie to watch, maybe you have suggestions for genres to cover, anything horror related, honestly, you can get at us at theblackmanifold@gmail.com. We'll get a Slumber Party Massacre Luncheon email before too long. And let's see, I've got the plugs at the beginning with all the shows listed, so I don't have to remember all those. I think that's it. Yeah, this is the Slumber Party Massacre Luncheon episode on The Thing. All of us giving it 5 out of 5 finger sandwiches.
just absolute banger.
That's going to do it for us.
Soon.
Yeah, let's do that, man. That'll be fun.
Do a stinker.
Let's do it. That would be perfect for the Big Love episode, like something with Kane or something.
Honestly, just make Big Love watch a stinker horror film and hear his...
Yeah, dude, and just listen to him lose his mind. Yeah, that's going to do it for us until next week. Be sure to look over your shoulder for the boss and check under your bed for the monster. We out.